My name is Frank, and I made the recommendations for Tesco.
Hi, my name is Rebecca and I did the research for the report as well.
Hi, I'm Rachel and I researched the history of Tesco.
Hi, I'm Ruben and I researched the SWOT and pestle analysis on Tesco.
Hi, I'm Ryan and I research management structures.
Tesco's was started in 1919 by Jack Cohen, who started Tesco selling grocery in the market of London's East End. The first Tesco store was opened in 1924. Nowadays, Tesco have over 1,800 stores and operate in 13 different countries internationally. Tesco is currently the 61st biggest company in the world with a revenue of approximately £60.4 billion. In the UK, Tesco's main competitors are Asda, Morrisons and Sainsbury's. Tesco has a strong market dominance here in the UK with a market capital of £32.52 billion. Globalization is a process of interaction and integration among people, companies and governments of different nations, a process driven by international trade and investment and aided by information technology. Tesco has been expanding in the global market at an explosive rate. The main trouble Tesco seem to have in doing this is getting a decent market share, similar to that it would in the UK. In Korea, for example, Tesco are unable to compete with the amount of stores of one of their competitors, so it created advertisements to boost their online endeavours. The advertisements showed pictures of a store exactly how it would be if they went to one of their normal superstores, but it allowed South Koreans to scan the code and get it delivered to them at home. This worked remarkably well and saw the number of registered members online rise by 76%. However, Tesco has not always been so successful in other markets, and it has chosen to leave some countries such as Taiwan and France, as other supermarkets already hold too much of a strong market share for Tesco to make an impact. Tesco has two main management structures. In-store management is multi-domestic, in which it has a lot more local responsiveness with a structure that gives a great deal of autonomy to local subsidiaries. Tesco head office, however, has an effective global management system in which it emphasises efficiency and requires a structure that provides varying degrees of coordination of policy and operations. Operating in a global market, Tesco realise they need to be able to coordinate their strategy and activities across the global market, and the demands of standardisation, centralisation and strategic alignment are best met by global orientation, with a strong centre rather than a multi-domestic orientation with fairly autonomous national subsidiaries. Tesco did need to be aware of their local customers when doing this, as some decisions made at head office here in Britain may not benefit those in other countries. Tesco is already a well-established name here in the UK with a market share of 28%. Clubcard will give a real insight into customer shopping habits. Tesco's online is the world's biggest online supermarket. Tesco also has a strong brand image and people can relate the business with high quality and reliable goods, which represents excellent value for money. It offers low prices and quality products, which should be the focus if they're going to break into new international markets. Weaknesses. Even though Tesco is well established internationally, it is still highly dependent on the UK market, and competition will be fierce as they enter new markets, and it will be hard to establish a good company name above their current competitors. Opportunities. Tesco's health and beauty range is at present the greatest growing skincare retailer in the market. They can develop their web services for the convenience of customers and expansion into other markets, as they've clearly been successful in their own. Threats. Since the US giant Walmart purchased Asda, it's been a threat for Tesco, as Asda are closing the gap between these two supermarkets. Expanding the business internationally can be a very expensive process. Entering new markets is important that there's heavy investment and extra operating expense. Political. Tesco need to be aware of the stability of the political environment as well as the government's views on market and ethics. Economic. Tesco needs to find ways to combat economic factors like the global food crisis and the price inflation this is causing. The credit crunch is also having a significant impact on the economy and is affecting consumer spending. Social. Strong market competition may start to push prices and therefore profits down. Social eating styles such as fresh and healthier foods need to be considered. Technological. New advances in technology need to be updated, things like the level of internet shopping and people's faith in the self-service machine. Legal. Things like the treatment of animals, sale of alcohol and trading hours need to be taken into consideration. Environmental. The government and some green groups have put emphasis on companies like Tesco reducing their carbon footprint and their recycling of products. Competitive rivalry. The retail market is extremely competitive and has a crowded market. Key players in this market are still expanding and have started to move into different markets, i.e. banks, to do. Barriers through entry are extremely high in the UK due to a number of factors, the main being the level of investment needed to successfully compete in the retail market. Firepower. Buyer power is high as there are a lot of competitors selling the same products. Luxury goods are being bought for cheaper as the economic environment does not have as much demand as a few years ago. Supplier power. Large suppliers can have a huge impact on Tesco as its demand for product goes up at the wrong time. Consumers may switch to the competition if its products are available elsewhere. Threat of substitutes. Competitors opening stores nearby may mean that the products and services may be substituted elsewhere. Own brand labels may also be a substitute for quality labels sold at the store. Our recommendations for Tesco are to explore new markets and different opportunities and ways to trade. They need a lot more product diversity both here in the UK and abroad. To look to develop into new